Hi everyone, it is Power Pilates day 3 and I hope that you're all really well. It's been an absolutely beautiful day so far, so I do hope that you've been having a bit of time to yourselves to get outside, get some fresh air and the gorgeous sunshine too while it lasts. Okay, so today we are going to be doing some side lying, which we haven't done before. Our exercises today are really going to target our hips, so we're going to get some lovely hip openings, fire up our glutes, fire up the sides of our legs as well. And within those exercises, we're also going to be strengthening our core and our spine as well. Okay, equipment, we need a mat. If you don't have a mat, you can use a thick blanket or a rug. Just make sure that you've got something that gives you a little bit of padding from the floor. And if you have really quite bony hips or sides of your legs, you can get another little cushion or a jumper and place it underneath you to give you a little bit more comfort there. We're also going to need a couple of cushions. So if you don't have special cushions like this, that's absolutely fine. You can just use a narrow, like a chair cushion or a thicker cushion as well. We just need to have something that is big enough to support your head whilst you're lying down on the floor. Okay, our first exercise is going to be our oyster. So I'd like you to come down onto your sides and line your heels up with your bottom. And then place your long lower arm down on the floor and get your cushion and put it underneath your head. So your heels, hips, shoulders and arm are all in one line. And your hips are stacked, knees are stacked and ankles are stacked. From here, I'd just like you to just draw your toe muscles in. So you're kind of not like just slumping and slouching into the floor. You're lifting up and feeling supported through here. And you can place this top hand either on the floor in front of you, trying to keep your chest nice and open and wide, or pop it on your hip. So having it on your hip is really useful because you can use it to give us a bit of feedback. So from here, remember that core control here. We're going to breathe in. As we breathe out, keep your heels together and just rotate your legs so that your heels remains together and your knee travels up as far as you can without rocking your pelvis back. We're going to pause here. Inhale to lower down. So there should be no movement whatsoever through your torso and your hips. The movement is just coming from your hips and your legs. Okay, so no movement here. So you might already feel something straight away. So it should be going down the side of your leg and into your glute. It's a great exercise for making sure these muscles are working properly. And also we're getting external rotation of the thigh in the hip socket. So a great way to strengthen the joint and keep it as mobile as you possibly can. Okay, we're going to do 3 more like this. So breathing out, coming up. Inhale, lower down. Try to make this movement as smooth as you can. And don't forget about that control of the pelvis. Let's do 1 more, I think. I've lost count already. Breathing out and in. Super. Okay, so I can definitely feel this already, but we're going to make it slightly harder now by adding in a leg extension. So what we're going to do this time is breathe out just as before to lift this leg up, keep your heels together, and then still breathing out, keep your thigh as still as you can, and lengthen that leg, pointing through the toe. Your thigh shouldn't have moved. Inhale, draw your heels back together, and lower back down. Wow, I can definitely feel that. Okay, let's go again. I'm going to do 6 of these. So breathing out, and out to lengthen. Super. Inhale, and lower. Don't forget this core control. So you're still keeping engaged, not just slouching down into the floor. Lengthen, back in and down. Good. 3 more like this. Keep the top shoulder away from your ear. Try to relax your head and neck and keep your core engaged. Good. Final couple here. Lengthening, bringing back together and lower. Wow, I'm ready for a rest. And our final one. Good. Lengthen, bring your heel back in, lower that leg down and give it a bit of a pat, getting rid of any tension through there. Well done. Okay, so now we're just going to alter the position of our legs. So with your lower leg, I'd like you to draw it up so that your shin is in line with the side of your mat or whatever you're lying on. And you've got a 90-degree angle between your thigh and your calf. Okay, so just lengthen this top leg out now. So your leg should be in line with your spine. It's really easy to let that leg just travel forwards like this. But to make it a little bit more challenging, we're going to keep it in line with our spine. So working in fantastic alignment.
You're keeping your toe lightly pointed, and we're going to go into some leg circles. So I'd like you to imagine that you're drawing a circle with your toes. Again, your hands can just go on the floor in front of you. That's just going to help keep you supported here. Okay, so we're going to go in behind the line of our body as much as we do in front. So just breathing once for each circle, going down, behind, up, forward. Tummy muscle switching on. You should be able to feel it down the sides of your waist, right into your hip. 5, I think, what was that, 5? And 6. Super. Okay, we're going to pause here, and then we're going to go in the opposite direction. So taking that leg up, back, down, forward. Nice and controlled. So don't worry about how large your circles are. Often, if you make the circle larger, you lose that control because you're going to have to bring your leg up. So keep your leg really long, keep the circles controlled, and you should find that you can really keep your torso still and stable. Good. Last one here, and lower that leg down. Super. Okay, just get rid of your cushion. I'm going to just do a bit of shoulder strengthening now. So take your legs back into your oyster position. So heels in line with your hips, in line with your shoulder, and your elbow is directly underneath your shoulder with your forearm on the floor. So from here, again, hands on that top hip. We're just going to lift up. So breathing in. As we breathe out, we're going to press down through our arm and just float our body up. So you should feel these oblique muscles switching on, lower down with control. Now remember, you don't need to go all the way up like I am. If you can, just take a centimetre off the floor. That's fab, and you can build that strength bit by bit. So breathing out and in and out and in. Super. 2 more here. Breathing out and in and out and in. Good. Rest here. Let your arm relax, let your shoulder relax. Hopefully feeling a little bit more strong and lengthened on that side. And we're going to do exactly the same on the other side. So bring yourself over. I'm going to start with those oysters. So arm long on the floor, cushion between your head and your arm, heels in line with your hips, in line with your shoulders. And just take time to make sure you're correctly aligned. So your hips balanced one on top of the other, knees balanced, heels balanced, shoulders really open. And top hand either on the floor or on your hip. Okay, let's go into those 6 oysters. So breathing in, breathing out, lower down. Keep that core control. Draw your lower waist up from the floor and keep your jaw and your shoulder relaxed. Remember, you're only lifting that leg as far as you can without your hip rocking backwards. So if you try and go beyond your range of mobility, you're going to start rolling back. 3 and 2, super, and 1, bringing that knee up and lowering down, fab. Okay, so let's go into that leg and extension. So in the same position, we're going to breathe in. As we breathe out, we bring that leg up, keep your thigh completely still, and with control, lengthen that leg out. Try not to let that knee travel backwards. Inhale, bring your heels back together, lower down. So your hips and those lower core muscles are having to work super hard to extend this leg whilst keeping your thigh still. Good. Let's go 3 more times. Breathing out and lengthen. Shoulders still relaxed. Try and smile as well if you want. Breathing out and out. Inhale and down. Good. And definitely feeling it now. Exhale. Exhale, super. Inhale and inhale. Wow, and rest here. Good. Give your leg a little bit of a rub and then bring that lower leg up so it's at 90 degrees again. Now, if you do feel that you need a bit of extra padding, don't forget you can pop your jumper or a little cushion beneath you. Get that 90-degree angle between your shin and your calf and extend that top leg in line with your spine. Toe muscles coming in to support you, hands either on the floor or on your hip again. Remember, we're drawing a circle around and back behind the line of your spine. So you're getting some lovely hip opening here. Hip extension is going to keep that joint healthy and lengthen out your hip flexors, which do a lot of work for us. Okay, circles are small and controlled. Try not to let that leg drop down. 2 more. Good. Keep your toe muscles coming in to prevent movement through your spine and your body. And let's go the other way. So trying to make those circles controlled, but remember that one side might feel easier than the other. And you might feel that it's a bit sticky, so you might not be as smooth as you might wish. You just try and work through that. But if it's painful, just stop. Okay, last one here. And draw that leg down. Give it a little bit of a rub. Super. Okay, so coming on to our elbows now. So feet back into that oyster position, heels, hips, shoulders, elbow directly underneath your shoulders. And we're going to go into 6 of those side lifts. So bring your toe muscles in. Make sure you're supported before you begin. Breathe in. As you breathe out, we press through and lower down. Keep that top shoulder away from your ear. Breathing out and in. Super. Breathing out, pressing up and in, lower down. Out and in. Lost count. Let's do 3 more. And in. Remember, if you want to hover, that's fine. But you're really strengthening all these muscles that support your core here. Let's just pause here and come down and rest here. Well done. Okay, so just to finish, let's have a little bit of a stretch. So sit nice and tall in whatever way suits you. Arms out to the side, breathing in, breathing out. Let's reach our arms up to the ceiling, really stretch your hands and press them down. And one more time, breathing out, reaching up and press them down and give yourself a clap. Well done. Thank you so much for joining me again today. I'm going to be back tomorrow, and please, if you enjoyed this video and watched it, give me a like and write a comment underneath just so that I know I'm not talking to thin air. But yeah, any questions, let me know, and take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.